Hello YouTube, and welcome to my fourth video on this channel. Alright, so I've talked to y'all about how I got into Magic the Gathering and how I got into Dungeons and Dragons, and today I'm going to talk about how I got into books, since a lot of people have been messaging me asking me about that topic. I got into books um, when I was in, I think, the seventh or eighth grade. My English teacher would encourage us to read books, and so like I would like read little Arnie books, and those were like my interest then. Once I got into middle school, though, I started reading a little bit more. I don't really remember the stories I read back then, but I know that I started to get a feel for it. High school is where I got really interested in it. High school is where I got my first book series. And well, I didn't get it. I just went into my school library and I saw a book series that looked and sounded very interesting to me. And that's the Mortal Instruments series. And I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything like that for you, but I enjoyed the story because it was very well written, and every character, whether it was a good character, a bad character, a character that's only there for like 3 chapters and then they're gone. The writer wrote them in such detail to where not only would you know every quirk that they have and like you would know their personality, but you would grow a connection with the character and you would promptly, have emotions about them and even care about them. To where even in the last book of the Mortal Instrument series, the main villain dies and you're crying because the main villain died because you feel sorry for the villain. Even though they committed all these atrocities, you still, uh, in the end, you really, really love that character. And then she moves on to make another series, and it was a prequel series. And in that series, again, she did the same equation, and it was so fantastic. Then you get Rick Riordan's all of his series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and the Trials of Apollo series, um, uh, um, um, the the Egyptian one. I forgot what that one's called. But in each of those series, not only does he touch on on issues of today's worlds, like angsty teenagers with depression and anxiety and PTSD and things like that, and stuff like that. He's able to touch on them, and he doesn't shove anything down your throat, but he does make it kind of like an awareness thing where like in his books it's a little subtle thing of it's okay to have these disabilities and things like that, and he makes it really really cool. And not only that, I mean, I've always loved mythology, so tying that into his stories made it very interesting to me as well. Then there's also the Hush Hush series, which is a series about a girl who falls in love with a fallen angel, and I really loved that series as well. I enjoy books and I enjoy reading books in my spare time, mainly because I enjoy well written stories, and like, I don't know. Like, yes, I love TV and all of that, and I love watching TV shows, I love watching movies, but when it comes to books, I think the thing about books, the thing that separates them from all of that is that it also leaves it up to your imagination. They do describe what the character looks like, but you get to have your own interpretation of the character. Or whenever they say they walk into Magnus's bedroom and they describe the colors of the walls and the furniture, you still get to visualize your own perception of the layout of the room and what the room looks like and things like that. And it's kind of left to your imagination a little bit, and it's very interesting, and I like how they're able to, just with words, you're able to not only visualize what's going on, but they're able to write them in such good detail to where you can even, whenever like someone says that someone looks suspicious, or someone looks happy, you can literally visualize this person's face who doesn't exist, and visualize what that expression on their face looks like. And it's so uh, intriguing to me as a person who loves psychology. It's very entertaining to me how reading books and reading words can have so much power over the imagination. It's so great, and I really love books. I could sit here all day and tell you why I love them, what I've loved about them, but that would spoil a lot for you. I would recommend all of those book series that I just now told you about. Look up Rick Riordan, Cassandra Clare, and look up the Hush Hush series. Um, there are loads of other series that are just really, really nice, and very well put together, and it's just great. And in one of my other videos, I also said that I have friends who write their own stories, and they'll ask me, and they'll be like, "Hey, would this interest you?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, this sounds pretty interesting." I enjoy reading things because I don't know why, but it seems more personal to sit there and read a book than to watch a movie, which is usually why the books are always better than the movies. No matter what you say, the books are always better. But that's just my opinion on books. That's why I like them. If you guys would like to leave down in the comments, what was your first book to read, and why, and did you enjoy it, and why? And also write down in the description whether or not books, whether or not you like books, and if you do, then why do you like them? Do you like them for the reason that I do, or is there a different reason? So that's all for today's video, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video.